Hey, so just wanted to check and see what. First of all, how's Wayne?
Yeah, he's not been very good this week. There's been a little bit of illness going through the staff, and the gaffer's picked it up this week, and he's not particularly in a good place. So hopefully we'll get him back for the weekend, because obviously it's a big loss not having him around, and we need him here for match day. So hopefully he'll see a doctor, and we'll get him back in the building as soon as we can. So.
And he's been out the last 2 days, I guess, right?
Yeah. With our schedule, he's just missed a couple of days in. We've just carried on as a normal week. That's what he wants us to do, and that's why, he trusts us as staff to just keep a normal week proceeding. So it's been fairly normal, but obviously, when someone with Wayne's presence and influence is missing, it's slightly different around the place. But yeah, we've just carried on with a normal preparation week.
Got it. And just checking, anything new with some of the guys who are a little bit dodgy with their injuries coming off last week, where things stand?
Yeah, we've delayed things just 24 hours. We just want to give the lads, there's still one or two little question marks that we just want to give an extra 24 hours to. So certain people have been on different programs today, so we'll obviously see where they're at. We've got a meeting with the medical staff and that this afternoon. So yeah, it'll become clearer this afternoon and ready to go and tell the lads the team tomorrow.
Great. All right. Thanks a lot, Pete.
No problem.
Next, we'll go to Dave.
Sorry, Pete, you got me?
Hi, Dave. You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, just have to hit the button and I'm okay. Anyway, I saw Lewis O'Brien last night at the Wizards game. Is he available this weekend, or again, what's his status?
No, Dave. He's been in and around, so obviously he's done his signing, he's done everything there. His signing's waiting a work permit, so it's a similar procedure that me and Wayne had to go through when we came. You have to go back to England and to the embassy and get that work permit signed off, and then he'll come back into the country and he'll be available to train and play from there. So Lewis, like I say, he stayed in the area waiting for that appointment. He was at the basketball last night and had a great evening. So he's come to embrace the American lifestyle, and he's really enthusiastic about playing for DC and in the MLS, and he's embracing everything about it so far. So yeah, all's good.
I hope so, because he had better tickets than me last night, so he was in better shape. What's been the message or talking points with the team? Because somebody asked me last night, how's DC United doing? You guys are playing well. You're fighting. It doesn't feel like a team it feels like a team that should have more points. So what's the message? What's the talking points?
Yeah, I think that's the message to the lads, Dave, that the performances have been good, and we can only control the process and the element of the performances. And particularly the week before against Orlando, I know Wayne would have spoke to you about that. We were really impressed, and that was a real blueprint how we want to play. Was a little bit disappointed in the first half against New York. We think then performance levels dropped a little bit below where we expect them to be. We've addressed that this week. We did have a good reaction at half time and potentially could have got something out of the game in the end. But yeah, it's like you say, I think we feel we've got a good group of players. We feel they're buying into everything we're asking them to do and the style of play that we like to implement. And we have to believe we keep doing that process and performances keep being positive and results will take care of themselves. So yeah, we don't feel like a team who've won one game. We feel like we should have more wins on the board, and that's obviously something that we're addressing, and we keep building on and keep giving the lads confidence to go and be themselves and play, and results will turn. We're convinced of it.
Next, we'll go to Bruce. Hey, Pete, how are you?
Hi, Bruce. You okay? Nice to speak to you.
Yeah, doing great. Real quick, defensively, with the threat that the Revolution has both outsides on the left and the right, what's the thinking? Are you trying to play them outside in to try and turn them over in the middle? Because they haven't been great on the counter this year. So I'm just wondering if you guys could, if that was kind of the idea for this game.
Yeah, well, we try and we know their strengths. We know we do a lot of research on them. We've got a really good backroom staff who, we watch a lot of their games. We know they're doing well. We know they've been strong so far, apart from the one game. We've got our own game plan that suits how we play and will match, what we want to do against the opposition. So we'll reinforce that this week. We'll work on that on the training pitch. today and tomorrow, and make sure we're ready to go and implement that tactical plan on Saturday. But yeah, like you say, a transition. I think every team in the league's potentially vulnerable on transition, so they're very similar to a lot of other teams, and it's an area where we can be a threat for sure.
Great, thanks, Pete.
And we'll go back to Dave.
And Pete, obviously a season, is a journey. You're always learning about your team. It's one thing to, plans on paper, but then once it comes alive, is there anything about this team you're learning now that we're 4 weeks in and you're saying, wow, I didn't know that, or that's really impressing me, or any particular players, anything you can share with us that you're learning about this team that is encouraging as you go forward?
Yeah, I mean, you learn about a group, and it is quite a new group with all the work that we did in the off season to get, particularly change the group and a large number of them. We're still really in the infancy, 4 games in. We're still learning, about them, but they've been really impressive. I think the way they've moulded as a group of individuals, the way they drive each other. Training's ultra competitive, and we like that, and that's good. And we've brought a few guys over from the Premier League, and so it feels a little bit like an English style changing room and mentality amongst them, which with English staff here that's good. But we've also got some really good MLS experienced players who are helping them settle and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean we learn all the time. We've not probably been able to put a settled team out as much as what we'd like. In terms of this week having a few away with internationals, and we've picked up a few knocks along the way. So I think as we go forward and we get some of them players back, a more consistent team will learn to knit together a little bit quicker. But they're a good group of players. That's what we know about them. There's a good group of players, a lot of ability there. We see it every day. Every day in training. There's no doubt amongst us as a coaching staff and as a group that we will, results will pick up really quickly, and we'll go on a run where we'll be better and push ourselves up that league. So, that's a group really.
And real quick, you mentioned the mentality is. I'm not asking you to compare the level of play, but does this almost feel like the MLS is the English Championship with the parity? If you wait a week, things will all change. You just never know from week to week, and how that impacts you as a coach and players. Yeah,
it does. I mean, the MLS is unique. It's a really good league. Like, since we came here, it's completely different to what we experienced back in England. It's a really, really good league, and there's good players in every team. And 1 week, a lot of it is about whether the good players perform on the day, and every team's got them players. So things can change week to week. We're just hoping that we get our good players back on the pitch, with the ones we've already got there, get more selection headaches for us, and that we can go on that run where, we pick up results quickly and get them players back.
Best of luck. Thank you.
Pete, that's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.